Hello beer buffs, happy Friday, and today I am drinking lovely cider from Koppaberg, and it's with mixed fruits, so you can see there's some berries going on there. What a treat, eh?
Drink up the cider, drink up the cider for tonight. We'll merry be, merry be.
Okay, well let's get a pour on, shall we? Thirsty, no, it's normally thirsty for Thursday, right? But it's Thirsty Friday for me, and I am going to have a little pour here. Oi, so just out of interest, where did this come from? Over in America? How do you get Koppaberg over in America, eh? 4% by the way. I brought it back from the UK. I was over there for a couple of weeks through the summer here just gone, and I picked up a lovely pack of Koppabergs, mainly for my father-in-law. And he used to love the Koppabergs, but he's kind of, changed his tastes a little bit, so he gave them back to me. So why not review it, eh? I got the Duckworth out for this, eh? Here's the crown. You got to have a good old Jack glass for a British beer. It just felt right. So we got a big old bottle here, so it should be a full pint, I'm guessing. Look at the colour, eh? Nice and berry-like. I changed the background a bit today. I'm in the same kind of area, but I thought, you probably get bored of the same old trees, I thought, so I tried to move it around a little bit just to give you another perspective of what's going along. I try and mix it up, go to little different locations around the acreage so you can have a look. But look at that. Oh, cider, a cider drinker for a hot summer's day. So instantly you're getting the berry smell, totally, and it just smells sweet as. Slight fizz to it, not much. Definitely sweet. I've done quite a few sours and ciders recently, as you've seen. This is probably the sweetest, which, it's understandable. It's mixed fruit, I should say. But you look at the thing and it's got, raspberry and some black currants. So it's apple cider, obviously, infused with raspberry and black currant. Yeah, I was spot on with those pictures. Delivers a truly unique fruity taste, rich in colour and refreshing down to the last drop, eh? We hope you enjoy this very special cider as much as we do. Skål, which is cheers, obviously, in Scandinavian countries. So yeah, it's the brewery itself. I'll talk a bit about them in a moment. Was established in 1882. But let's get sippy on. I've had a long day today. It was 4th of July weekend, so it's been a shorter week, and I've had a lot to get done. So this is perfectly refreshing for Friday. I gotta say, a hot Friday. Oh, it's lovely. Probably, if I'm being honest, a little bit too sweet in my opinion. I like the slightly soury kind of ciders. Strongbow's a little bit more that way inclined. It's like sometimes I talked about this many a time, is the sugar bombs of ciders, and this is probably veering towards that. But it's different, It has that berry element, that berry mix to it, which makes it very refreshing and just a little different. Now, a little story. When me and the wife got married back in, when was it, 2011 now, a few years ago, and my good old father-in-law came over, and I hadn't really had much Koppaberg, really. I mean, I guess it went straight over my head. But he really enjoyed it. They had it on tap at the Masons Arms. Cheers, Masons! Shout out there. And yeah, I enjoyed it. And my brother, young Joseph, he was really drinking it. He was well into it at the time. I was just a lager out then, just drinking the old Carlin Darling. So yeah, but my father-in-law had some Strongbow on tap, and he had some of this Koppaberg on tap, and he really enjoyed it in the Mason's Arms. So that's when I became familiar with it, all those years ago. But according to the history, I'm doing a little research here, as we do. They've been, like I said, they've been around since 1882. They were established in Koppaberg, Sweden, Swedish company. So 36 craft brewers joined forces to create this Koppaberg, and it's called Koppaberg's Brewery. Excuse my French, I apologise if I got that wrong. Generations of local families have worked for the brewery, so it's very kind of a good kind of a local employee, and they're pioneers of the sweet cider, which obviously is very true, and fruit ciders, and they were the inventors. This was interesting, of a frozen fruit cider. Excuse me. Not had one of those. So I may have to try and find a frozen fruit cider. Not sure if I'll find it over here. Hiccups now. So yeah, that's kind of where they got established. But they've made waves recently. Like I said, it looked like 2006 was the big push in Europe and Britain, particularly the UK. So that's when it really came into prominence over there. I always remember 2006, 2007 drinking lots of Bulmers and Magnas. I don't remember the Koppenberg, so it must have been around, obviously, but I mean, that's what was, marketing for us back then. We drank a lot of that, Bulmers and Magnas in the pub, but it was like a big marketing thing that they added the ice. Me and the governor and the Draymans talked about that a little bit, back then. So this was around, but they've been going from strength to strength. They have Koppaberg Gin, which came about in 2019. Koppa Keg, 5 litres of strawberry and lime in a ready-to-serve keg. That was in 2016. Oh my goodness. The first frozen fruit cider was in 2015, incidentally. Yeah, all kinds of history there. But yeah, back to the brew, back to the beer. Oh, it's lovely. I bet you're wondering how hot it is today, eh? Weatherman returns. Let's have a look here. Currently it's at crispy 37 degrees. 37 be buggered. Yeah, that's what it is. So it's hot. Hottest part of the day right now. It's getting on for 20 to 6. So this is perfect under the shade of the tree. Enjoying this. This is perfect today. I couldn't drink it all the time. Maybe I'll sneak in a Strongbow. Hey? A sneaky one. But yeah, but a couple of beers from them. I apologise. The last review I didn't really list any beers for the cider I did, the sour, sorry. So I apologise for that, but I'll make a point to make sure I list a few beers from every brewery I review. It's what I do. But yeah, let me see here. Let's find a few beers that they do. Oh, so I was kind of surprised. They do more than just ciders, which shocked me a bit. So I need to try and find some of these. I doubt I find it over here, but they do a pale lager called Sofirio Original 5.2. That's kind of like their standard beer, I suppose. And then they kind of like go back to the ciders a little bit, So they do a strawberry and lime one of these ciders. They do, obviously this is the mixed fruits. They do another lager called Fagerhult Export. That's a 5.3% lager. Sounds nice. They do this fast. Oh, they do a pear cider as well. So if you like a kind of a perry beer, look out for one of those. I'll have to try and find one of those maybe on my next trip to Blighty. They do an IPA, interestingly, called Wolf Warning. I like the name. So there's one, and they also do one which fascinated me. It's actually a strong lager, and it's called Swedish Elk Brew. And I kind of liked, look at that, I don't know if you can see this, the little elk sign that they have for that. So that's cool. I'd like to find one of them. Maybe the governor can chalk one up if he does a bit of research, you know. Cheers, Gav. So yeah, just a couple of beers. Let's get back to this bad boy on a Friday. Yeah, nice. Like I say, it's a little too sweet for me. But you see where they're coming from. They really do capture that lovely berry essence on the colour as well. So fair play on that, you know. Do you know what? It's a solid 8 for me for this Koppaberg mixed fruit beer. Have a look. Check them out. Have a look on their website. They have a lot of history, a lot of gumph, a lot of info, what's going on. They keep it up to date. So have a look. A really good website. Make sure you go on the English one. Unless you speak Swedish, and then you can go on the Swedish one. But you know, I had to look it up on the Googles, you know, all that gumph. So anyway, cheers, chaps. Have a great weekend, and I will see you for the next review. Ta-ta.